I'm about to go through like some like,
interrogation.
hypnosis, yeah, like regress memory.
Where
like,
were you?
and where did the alien place the probe?
In here. In here? Yes.
Yes.
How did he get in there? I don't want to talk about it. No. No.
Bad touch. How can you travel interstellar distances and
It's
not
just
have
for that.
lubrication?
These are the questions.
Yeah, it's a real question.
These are real questions, actually. All right.
Can't you warm the probe up first?
Oh, it was cold too?
Jiminy Christmas. Oh, you
Did they at
inconsiderate.
least click lovingly in your ear?
Why did you make those noises in my ear?
Pavlovian. Every time I hear a click, I clench. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm the hardest working man in comics, Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan Seymour, King of Comic Town.
Oh yeah, we've got some great books here
Yes.
this week. It was kind of a big week.
Yes.
It was a lot of number ones.
Right.
Actually.
Folklords.
Right. Far Sector.
Yeah.
Like we got
Black Stars Above.
all kinds of
Special Comic Town variant.
Hey,
in our eBay store.
Get that. All right, so down here in the honorable mentions,
Oh,
I've got 4.
Yeah.
You've
got
got
3.
3, but before we talk about that,
Yeah.
we've got some giveaways.
So now every time you're in your local comic store, you see the really cool promo posters hanging up on the walls. We've got those. We're going to be giving away. So you need to stick around to the end of the show, and we will give you specific instructions on how you can be entered in to win a contest where you'll win one of 10. There's going to be 10 of these posters given out.
That's right. 10 different ones.
10 different ones, including Far
That's right.
Sector,
Yes.
Morbius #1 promo poster,
Legion of Superheroes.
So
What?
yeah, so stick around to the end
Stay
of the
to
show.
the end though.
Find
You'll
out.
see it. All right. So in terms of what we've got down
Yes.
here, we've got 2 that are the same.
Yep.
And then I've got some extra.
Yeah.
And you were very smart in your selections this week. Oh, man, I have not picked back up Midnight Vista, and I keep missing it. I feel like a stupid
If you're
person.
into aliens at all, this is the stuff.
Right.
So it's a story of this father and or stepfather and son who get abducted by aliens. And they've been missing for years and years and years. And the son returns. It's Elliot Rahal, Clara Meath, Mark Engelert, Taylor Esposito, AfterShock. It's only the 3rd issue. The first 2 are out there. Pick them up. And it has a little bit of comedy in it. Has a lot of action in it.
Right.
And this version of Men in Black is not the Will Smith Men in Black by any stretch of the imagination.
If they wipe your mind, something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah,
to you.
because they're
they're
not
my
even.
God.
Yeah, it's really really cool. Elliot knows his UFO lore and whatnot. Highly recommend it. And then if you're the person that stays up and watches Ancient Aliens like this guy does, and you're not picking this up,
This your jam.
you're failing.
Okay.
You're failing as a ufologist.
Yeah. Oh, way to put it on the whole credentials. I like it. I like it. I tackled Superman number 17. Part of the reason why I wanted to get into this is because the upcoming like disillusion of the Clark Kent identity and all this stuff. As I understood it, like this was going to be the beginnings of it.
It's supposed to be. Yeah.
And I think they hint, they lean, but they don't quite give it away just yet.
Okay.
But I tell you what, man, this proactive version of Superman and the way that he's thinking about things, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's very thoughtful and modern for why he's like, maybe this ain't it.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing. What do you want to talk about next?
This
man?
is tough because we definitely have some stuff to talk about.
Yes.
But there's sweet Mindy in India.
Mindy in India. Hit Girl number 10. It's the 2nd issue of the India saga. Again, okay, here's the thing. This one is definitely going to be the most thoughtful of the Hit Girl series. Peter Milligan, Allison Sampson, you're dealing with culture, and it's like so rooted in it. Like other ones, I don't want to say like the other ones didn't like really dig into the culture.
Yeah.
But this story is so rooted in Indian culture and the people they're in and the struggles they're in that it seems heavier than the other series have been. Those were set pieces.
Yeah.
This is literally involving yourself in it, even more so than the Tokyo Adventure.
Yeah.
So we see like there's the street urchin children that are suffering under like this big crime boss that like he's literally stealing children, mutilating them so that they have to beg on the street for him. Like that's his move. That was set up in the first issue.
Yeah, that's
like, it's terrible, right? Yeah. It's absolutely terrible. So this is going to get like very deep. I could see it being very, dare I say, triggering for some people.
Okay.
Because we are dealing with alternative sexual lifestyles in this as well, as part of like fundamental Indian culture. Like it's such an interesting sort of concept. Yeah. It's so next level to many of the things that we see today. Yeah. Certainly from a Hit Girl series. Yeah. Like you're just used to her cutting off private parts.
Yes.
Not saying she doesn't do that, but there's just a lot more.
Yeah. There's a nuance.
There's a lot more thought to it. So this one definitely a big one. Yeah. What else you got? What else you want to talk about?
I almost want to segue private parts and go X-Men #2.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It actually, without spoiling anything.
It kind of works.
It does.
It kind of works. So we've got Hickman. We've got Lanil Francis Yu. Okay, I said it to you off camera. I'm going to say it on camera. Here's my concern, that Hickman has not jumped the shark. He has picked it up, tossed it into the sun, and it is now agonizingly dying. Here's the thing. All of the different concepts that he's bringing about in this run of X-Men.
There's a lot.
And there's a whole lot. Is almost like the full gamut of things that Chris Claremont wrote over 17 years of X-Men.
Yeah.
Like this is a lot, man.
Because you got space stuff going on.
Yes.
You've got space mutants.
Space mutants. Yeah. You've got the murder of a leader. Yeah. You've got like pirates. You've got, and I'm not even talking about space pirates.
Yeah.
Like
there's two
different sets of pirates here. Young teens as superheroes, and like there's so much. Yeah. I'm afraid of all of this stuff happening like so fast that it doesn't resonate and consequently doesn't stay.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's my fear. Like it's just almost too much.
Yeah,
I could see if this was spread out a little bit and we got here a little slower.
Okay.
But all this stuff happening at once, I'm like, whoa, wait. And you're literally crossing genres in some cases. Some of them are fantasy, space-based sci-fi. Some are like political intrigue. Yeah. It's a lot. So, this one is clearly a biology issue.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit of geology, geography.
Definitely that. There's some geo action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to see young Cable do
cabling. Yeah. He cables a lot in this one. How do you feel about that dynamic of, I mean, obviously we know the paternity aspect of Rachel Summers, Nathan Summers Dayspring, and Scott. We get it. To see them...
It's weird.
It is.
I've never seen them all function like that before, but it's like as a family unit.
It's a little strange.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but are they actually... related?
Especially coming out of the full revelation of how mutants can be resurrected.
Right?
Like at what point are you no longer
your parentage?
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm my own clone. I don't owe you anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would happen if older Cable shows up? Is that kind of I'm my own grandpa kind of thing? Like does he get to tell Scott what to do because he's older?
They would be able to bring him back, though.
They would.
So,
and why wouldn't you do that? Because he's the more skillful, advanced version of himself.
Has experience, has powers.
Has he never been cataloged by Cerebro? And did they specifically make a choice to make it young Nathan versus old Nathan?
That's weird, because
these are my questions.
Because at some point you would think you could bring him back,
right?
And then he's going to have that conversation like, "Dude, you killed me."
Yeah, dude, really? This is what we do, and then like you can't kill him again because the first law is you have to protect mutants. So like, was that the thing? Like, maybe they didn't kill him because they didn't bring back old Cable because they knew Apocalypse was going to be on the team, and old Cable would not abide that.
Yeah. These are so many questions.
These are my questions.
I thought this issue was cool because of the violence, but now there's so many.
I mean, there is a lot of blowed up good here. But again, the intrigue of it all. I mean, it's only issue 2, so there's a lot here.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much. So yeah, this is an interesting run. I'm curious, what do you think of this Hickman run? Like, is there a favorite title that you have, or do you feel like I do that maybe there's a little bit too much spread out too thinly to really sustain?
Drop your comments below.
Definitely want to know. Definitely want to know about that. And then last but not least on honorable mentions,
Folklords
Folklords #1.
Matt Kent, Matt Smith, Chris O'Halloran, Boom Studios. And it is Boom,
Yes.
not Boom Box.
Right.
Because it is not the all ages stuff.
Not at all. Not that it gets all crazy or nothing like that. So I know why I picked this up. Why did you pick this up?
I picked it up because of the concept behind it of fairy tale people believe or like believe we're the folklore.
Yes.
So they're trying to prove it, and it's executed really well.
Very, very well. The cover got me. Like, I was just enamored with this kind of, village life setup here. Clearly fairy tale, fantasy-esque, and this dude in a suit.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, wait, what is this?
This is so strange.
Right? And it was a #1, so it was an easy jump on point. So I was like, let me jump all over this. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
The characterization was dope. Matt is a great writer. Like, I will wholeheartedly co-sign on that one. And the art just kind of works in a very non-aggressive, new storytelling style. Like, I liked it.
It's very, very cool. And if you're a fan of Fables, I think you can pick this up.
Good call.
Because it's got that sort of vibe to it, and they're just going to try to prove we're real.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. All right, so moving to the acrylic.
Jace.
What do we got?
So we got the 2 that are the same.
Right.
And then the 2 that differ.
Do you want to start with the differences?
Yeah. Talk to me about that Blackest Night Tales. Because it strikes me so weird. Tales from the Dark Multiverse. Blackest Night was already not a happy story.
This takes it to a darker place. All right, so let's give shout out to all that worked on this one because this is a heavy crowd. All right, so writing-wise, Tim Seeley, shout out to Tim, Dark Red, love you. Kyle Hotz did the pencils, fantastic work here. On inks, we got Dexter Vines, Walden Wong, and Danny Mickey. Like, so stellar all-star crew right there. Colors, we got David Barron and Alan Pasalacqua. Dope. Okay, so here's the deal. You've read Blackest Night. You know, all the way towards the end, Sinestro gets the life entity and then decides to share it. In this one, the setup is that doesn't quite work out that way.
Ooh.
And because of it, you know how Deceased was dark and overrun with all kinds of bad, dead things?
Yeah.
When Lobo is the hero,
Things have gone really wrong.
and that's really like, and look, I'm telling you that because he's on the back cover. Lobo is the savior type person to start this off. Like, let that be the thing that terrifies you. Lobo,
That's
okay?
Dark Multiverse right there.
Right? Like, that's dark on dark on dark. But it's very interesting. Like, it's a crazy way to play out the Blackest Night storyline and to look at all the different characters that could have been affected that weren't in the initial that are here.
Very true.
There are some people here that are affected that it's terrifying. Let me, if I may, just real quick.
Because there are 0 spoilers.
Yeah. As the new, we'll call him Herald of Necron.
No.
Yeah, that happened.
No.
Yeah, that's in there. That's in there.
And it makes sense.
It does. It totally does. So when you see it like that, you're like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah. No bueno.
Yeah. But I've really enjoyed these, man. Like, as one-shots go, it breaks my heart that they're one-shot. I want to deep dive into this.
Yeah.
I want to live here for a minute and really be terrified of what happens.
Yeah.
And let this breathe, because they deserve some long-form stories. I dig this.
And they can go back and do it. Because they can, even if they wanted to look at it like, okay, which ones sold the most?
Right?
There you go.
That's an easy tell right there. So,
and as a retailer, we would be able to look at it and be like, okay, I know I sold X number of copies of one shot, so I know roughly how I'm going to sell, especially if it's the same creative team.
Exactly. I wonder how well you can use this to pair selling the originals. So, for anyone that's coming in that's checking this out, and you're like, hey, did you read Blackest Night?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Well,
Here you go.
there you go. And then possibly piggybacking like, oh, you need the Sinestro Core War too.
Yeah. because it's one long chain.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Spread out over years. God, I remember that. When we got the end of Sinestro Corps in 2007, it said in 2009, 2 years later, Blackest Night. Who promotes that far ahead? That was a golden age, man.
Jeff Johns was on top of his game.
God, I miss those days.
All right, from Vault Comics, Black Stars Above, #1. Lonnie Nadler, I think it's Jen. Yeah, Jenna Cha, Brad Simpson, Hassan, I have a migraine, so I'm fighting through, Astronomy Elahu, and then we've got our own Comic Town exclusive variant cover done by Leanna Kangas. You can find this cover on our eBay store. There'll be a link somewhere. So this, much like when Alan Moore was writing Providence.
Whoa,
okay. And I absolutely loved it. For this book, Lonnie Nadler has basically done something where he has taken the words and ideas of H.P. Lovecraft with those of Alan Moore, mingled them. And the love child that has sprung forth from that has seduced me with this story taking place in Canada in the winter, 1887.
I feel like your soul is no longer yours.
It's not, and I'm cool with it.
All right.
Because this book is so bonkers good. This young woman is in a crappy position where her parents are trying to do an arranged marriage, which will benefit them far more than her.
Oh.
And she has run into a very disturbing person. Like, to me, they're very disturbing, but they're offering her a large sum of money, and all she has to do is take this package from one place to another.
Oh, it is never that simple.
It's never that simple.
Oh, why would they dangle? That's good job, though.
And yeah, it's straight up cosmic existential horror. It's amazing. We don't know what the Black Stars Above are, but we're given a visual which is just breathtaking. So yeah, if you're a fan of Lovecraft, Alan Moore, Providence, Cthulhu, Lonnie Nadler, stuff that's good, pick this up.
There you go.
You will absolutely love it. It is Vault. If for some reason your local store doesn't have it in stock, please check with them first. But if they don't, hit us up, and we've got copies that are variant covers available for you.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Cool Kids Club. Members only. You could be one. All right.
So this is a toughie because we've got the second issue of a very, very cool story arc, and we've got the beginning of something which people are specking that this character is going to be a potential replacement.
Oh, let's talk about that last then.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, continuing with my clearly DC heavy weekend, The Batman's Grave, #2, Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch, the creators of Apollo and Midnight, people.
Yeah.
Okay. The Authority team up right here.
This new bad guy, which I don't know if he's just something they're like splashing in, or if there's a greater purpose.
It's hard to say. He's a little terrifying.
Yeah.
And I can't say that. That's a spoil. There has to be something more to this guy.
Yeah.
Like that's what I will step out there and say. There has to be something more. I can't tell you why. Once you read it, you'll see.
Yeah.
There has to. I can't fathom that there isn't.
Yeah.
But what I am still in love with is this notion of the relationship between Bruce and Alfred.
Yeah.
It is far more antagonistic than anything we've ever seen, particularly from Alfred.
Yeah.
Like, Alfred's in a place.
Alfred's acting like a father.
He really is. 100%.
If your kid went out and put themselves in harm's way every night, when they had the tools to pass the torch,
you totally would feel a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're a terrible dad.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, so there's a line in here that I got terrified because it's literally the premise of one of my new books coming out. And I'm like, no, Warren, across the sea, you dare take from me? Well, I mean, if there's anybody that's going to take it, I'm fine with Warren Ellis. You know. Worst case scenario, somebody reads my stuff and goes, you got this from Warren Ellis. Sure. Now, how does it hold, though? Like, that's the real question. Do you like this version of Batman?
It's different.
He is.
It's hard to put my finger on how he's different.
Right.
Like, there's some subtleties to it. He's a little bit more vulnerable.
Yes.
And he's in a weird way, a little bit more sure of himself at the same time. So his decision making, I kind of question, which is weird for Batman.
Right. No, I can totally get with that. Because it is this weird sort of balance between a guy who knows exactly what he's doing and then knows that he's making this up, though, as he goes along.
Yeah.
So, you know, like his answer, you know, like why I didn't give this to them makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though, like, the notion of, like, well, maybe you wouldn't have to,
right,
whatever, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. So I think it's kind of an interesting take on Batman. It's, again, after 80 years, you think, like, no, we've seen it all, done it all. Warren Ellis is like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Hold my Guinness. Let me show you something. Far Sector #1. In addition to being one of the posters that were given away. What?
DC Young Animals.
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit of spice to it that you're not normally going to find in the mainline DC.
Yes. Written by N.K. Jemisin, art by Jamal Campbell, who did the Naomi series with Bendis and David Walker, which is gorgeous, by the way. Trade paperback available in stores now. If your store doesn't carry it, this one does.
Yeah, hit us up.
I adore the art here.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. It takes place in one of the furthest out sectors that the Lanterns have, and it's almost like she's been stuck with it. Like nobody else wants it. It would be my vibe.
Yep.
On a planet that has not seen crime of this sort in hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And it's super high tech, and it's a murder.
Well, I mean, that's one word for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's leaving out some of the more delicious details.
You sure you don't want to chew that one over a little bit longer, like before you come to that? All right, that's fine. Yeah, what's interesting is, okay, so as a Green Lantern fan, there are certain mythos pieces that are absent, we'll say.
Yes.
You know, any particular designation from a sector, we don't necessarily have.
Yeah.
While she seems human, we don't believe she's from Earth.
Right.
But maybe she is.
Maybe. That's the weird thing. Like, why would she be, if she is, why would she be
so far away?
Right.
Like, that's not 2814, so why are you out there?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? So yeah, there's all these different little things that don't quite match the typical Green Lantern mythos, but as far as like police drama,
there we go.
It is dope.
Yeah.
Okay, stop me if I'm wrong. The Grant Morrison series, the goal was to portray Hal Jordan as more of a police officer.
Yes.
How does this compare, in your opinion, to that setup? Is this more of the same but just a different character, or is it a different style show? Like, it's Law and Order, but maybe this is like Special Victims Unit versus Criminal Intent.
Yeah. No, definitely is. It is. It is a really cool middle ground in between the Grant Morrison stuff and the more recent Green Lantern stuff.
Got you.
So it's definitely got the procedural, but it has a little bit more of a DC superhero vibe to it.
Okay.
So I really dug it.
I can get with that.
So, and I'm looking forward to it. And apparently there's speculation that if DC does move forward with its rumored replacing of characters with newer characters, rumor has it she's the one that would step in for I would assume Hal Jordan.
Okay. I mean, right now he's in another crew, we'll say. Yeah. So perhaps.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Are they doing this in mass? Like, I mean, like we're talking big tier characters? I mean, clearly there are some, I can see it.
Yeah. Nobody knows. Like, that's the thing is DC won't say, no, you guys just stop talking about this.
They're just like
yeah.
You know, all right. That's a deflection. We'll take it. All right. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
If this is your first time checking us out, please like the show because we definitely need that validation in our lives. And if you want to get this all the time, regularly sent to your inbox, click the subscribe button and the bell notification. Now, we made a promise.
Yes.
It's time to make good on that promise.
So,
look at this.
What we need you to do to be entered in to win one of these 10 posters, including the Far Sector.
All this goodness.
What we need you to do is, so off ComicTown, at ComicTown, that Twitter, we're going to be tweeting out a link to this episode.
That's right.
Also on the Facebook page for Black, White, and Red all over, we're going to have a link to this episode too. What we want you to do is either retweet the tweet or do a public sharing of the Facebook.
Yes, that's step one.
Step one. Step two, and this is going to be the really tough one, is we just need you to comment below with your favorite book of the week.
Boom.
And then you're entered in.
We want your opinions.
Yeah.
We want to know what you're thinking, what you're reading. And for shiggles, tell us what your local comic shop is.
Yeah.
Let's see who else we can see some love from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see
Name
how
drop.
far we're going here. And if maybe somebody in the same neck of the woods has never been to that shop, and they should check it out. So,
Never know.
yeah, shout out local comic shops, because we do that. We support them.
Yep.
LCSs. Next week, we'll see you. Bye.